Good morning, students. We were discussing practical applications of heating effect of electric current. Okay, the first application, practical application, is the filament of the electric bulb. Okay, it is made up of tungsten, and the main characteristic is that it should have a high melting point. Okay, as tungsten is having a melting point of 3380 degrees Celsius, so that is why it is used as the filament of the electric bulb. Why? Because when it becomes very hot, it starts emitting light. So its temperature is very, very high. Okay, and it should not melt at that very high temperature. Okay, so this we have discussed. Now the second practical application will continue over here. Okay, now the second one is, see on page number 218, the last para. Another common application of Joule's heating effect is the fuse which is used in electrical circuits. Okay, the electric fuse which is used in the electrical circuits, there also this Joule's law of heating effect is applicable. Okay, this electric fuse, it protects the circuits and the appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly highly electric current. Okay, so this electric fuse is just a wire which should have a low melting point. Okay, it is connected in series in the electric meter also. Then through the power station, if a high current is coming, the temperature will be very, very high and the circuit will be broken over there only. Why? Because the fuse wire will melt over there. Also, it is connected, the fuse wires are connected with the electrical appliances also. Okay, like in electric iron, toaster, fuse, on all these appliances, the electric fuse is there. It is just a simple wire, okay, which is connected in series. So when unduly high electric current flows through it, the temperature of it rises. As the temperature rises, it will melt. It is made up of such a material that its melting point should be low, so it will melt and the device will be saved from being damaged. Okay, now let's read it. It protects the circuits and the appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly highly electric current. The fuse is placed in series with the device. Okay, it's always connected in series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made up of a metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point. For example, which wires are used? Like aluminium, copper, iron, lead, etc. If the current larger than the specified value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. This melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. So what will happen? It is having a low melting point. So when unduly high electric current will flow through the fuse wire, its temperature will increase. Okay, and as the temperature increases, it will melt and the device will be saved from being damaged. Okay, so this melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. The fuse wire is usually encased in a cartridge of porcelain or similar material with metal ends. The fuses used for domestic purposes are rated as 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere, etc. For an electric iron, which consumes 1 kilowatt electric power when operated at 220 volts, a current of 4.54 ampere will flow in the circuit. In this case, the 5 ampere fuse wire is used. Okay, so how it is calculated, that what will be the current, and accordingly the material is chosen. Like for example, the electric iron which is consuming a power of 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Okay, and it is operated at 220 volts. Okay, the voltage which is coming in our homes, that is 220 volts. Okay, it is always 220 volts. Okay, so here you can find out the current. Power is equal to V into I. So current will be equal to power upon the voltage source. here the electric iron is consuming 1 kilowatt power. 1 kilowatt power means it is equal to 1000 watt. Upon the potential difference here is the voltage source is 220 volts, which comes out to be 4.54 ampere. So the fuse wire should be chosen in such a way that it is consuming 5 ampere current, and if the current is exceeding 5 ampere, this fuse wire will melt. Okay, so accordingly it is chosen such that the, like for the electric iron, the current is it will take 4.54 ampere. So the electric fuse which is connected in series to the electric iron, that should be consuming like 5 ampere current. So 5 ampere, if the current is exceeding 5 ampere, the fuse wire will melt. Okay, so in this way, for every electrical appliance, the power is given, electric power is given, and the voltage source which is coming, the domestic electric voltage source is 220 volts, and the current can be determined, and accordingly the material could be chosen for the fuse wire. Okay, so these are the two practical applications of the heating effect of electric current. Okay, now write two questions based on it. Write down first question. Write down, give two practical applications. Give two practical applications of heating effect of electric current. Give two practical applications of heating effect of electric current. Okay, the first one is the filament of the electric bulb, and the second one is the fuse wire. Okay, now write the next question. Which material is used? Which material is used for making the filament? For making the filament of an electric bulb. For making the filament of an electric bulb. Okay, in the same question, write down what should be the characteristics, what should be the characteristics of the bulb filament. What should be its characteristics? Okay, now what should be the first characteristic? It should have high melting point. Okay, the main important characteristic is high melting point. And why tungsten is used? Which material is used? It is tungsten. Why tungsten is used? Because its melting point is high. How much? 3380 degrees Celsius. Okay, and also what it should be? It should not oxidize at very high temperature. It should not burn at very high temperature. So what is the second characteristic? It should not oxidize at very high temperatures. Why? Because the temperature will become very, very high. Okay, that is why it will start emitting light. It becomes red hot and then it starts emitting light. So it should not, so the second characteristic is it should not oxidize at this high temperature. Okay. Okay, write the next question. Write down why the bulbs are filled with chemically inactive nitrogen and argon gases. Okay, why the electric bulbs are filled with chemically inactive nitrogen and argon gases. Okay, why they are filled with these gases? To prolong the life of the filament. Okay, it's not only air, these are the nitrogen and the argon gases which will prolong the life of the filament. So why? So the answer is it prolongs the life of the filament. Okay, write the next question. Write down, write a short note on fuse wire. Write a short note on fuse wire. Okay, so fuse wire is made up of a metal or an alloy which is connected in series with an electric circuit or with an electric device. Okay, and it should have low melting point such that when the current exceeds the specific value, its temperature will increase and it will melt and it will save the device from being damaged. Okay, write the next question. Write down. Write down for an electric iron which consumes 1 kilowatt power, which consumes 1 kilowatt power, and operated at 220 volts, and operated at 220 volts. Find the current flowing in the circuit. Find the current flowing in the circuit and which fuse to be used, okay, which fuse? 5 ampere fuse has to be used, okay, because these fuse bars they are named as 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere and so on. So which fuse here is stuck? It has to be used 5 ampere. Why? Because when the current is calculated, it is coming to be 4.54 ampere. So the fuse which has to be used is 5 ampere fuse has to be used. Okay, now the next topic is electric power. Okay, we have already used this formula, electric power. Now let's study in detail what is electric power. You have studied in your earlier class that the rate of doing work is called as the electric power, which is also the rate of consumption of energy. Okay, so the work done per unit time or the energy consumed per unit time is the power. Like in class 9th, we have studied about mechanical power. So mechanical work done per unit time, we call it as the mechanical power. The same way here, electric work done per unit time, we'll call it as the electric power. Okay, and this work done is equivalent to the energy. So the electrical energy consumed per unit time, that also we can call it as the electric power. So electric power is defined as the electrical work done per unit time or the electrical energy consumed per unit time. Equation 12.21 gives the rate at which the electrical energy is dissipated or consumed in an electric circuit. This is also termed as electric power. So the power is given by V into I, okay, which is also equal to I square into R, which is also equal to V square upon R. The SI unit of electric power is watt. It is the power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. So 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. Okay, and this unit is taken as watt. Okay, now electric power is electrical work done per unit time. Okay, so write the question. Define electric power. Define electric power. Write its answer. Electric power is electric work done per unit time. Electric power is electric work done per unit time or electrical energy consumed per unit time or electrical energy consumed per unit time. So it can be defined as electric work done per unit time or electrical energy consumed per unit time. Okay, so what will be the formula of electric power? This is electric work done per unit time. Okay, or it can be defined as the rate of electrical work done. Rate means per unit time. or it is also equal to electrical energy consumed per unit time. Electrical energy consumed per unit time. Okay, so power is equal to work done per unit time or the electrical energy consumed per unit time. Okay, now we have derived the formula of the electric work done. Electrical work done is equal to V into I into T. Let's revise it. How we got this formula? We know that potential difference is equal to work done per unit charge. We have already studied this formula. Potential difference is work done per unit charge or the voltage is work done per unit charge. So here work done is equal to V into Q, and we know that current is rate of flowing of charge, that is